Hey everyone, welcome to 7 Days of Encouragement for the Single Gal. And today we're going to be having a conversation about our journeys, what we've learned, the good, the bad, the funny, the ugly. And so how about we get started with sharing your name, how long you've been single, and where you're from.
Cool. My name is Ileana. I've been single for 3.5, almost 4 years, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Amazing. My name is Alexandra, and I have been single for almost 5 months, but prior to that, 3 years, and I'm from Tucson, Arizona.
And I'm Sharina, and I've been single for 7 years, and I'm from Montreal, Canada.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, so to start us off, kind of on a lighter note, I wanted to ask you girls if you've ever had kind of a pursuit fail or just a funny moment or a no, this did not go well, or I don't know, what not to do. Any funny story, and while you guys are thinking, I can start with one.
Yeah.
So I was new to this Christian journey and figuring things out, renewing my mind in terms of relationships, all of that. So everything was new to me. And one day I was working, I was doing sales, going door to door, and I'm walking and I see this car it was going regular speed and just slows down, and I'm like, that's creepy. And then I just ran into the building because I just knew something was going on. So I ran into the building, went up to the top, called my mom, let her know my location. And on my way back down, this guy was like, oh, it's you. And I'm just like, who are you? And he's like, I had to stop because, you're so beautiful. And I was like, okay, that's sweet, but you're kind of creeping me out. And then he was like, I'm not even gonna ask your name or your number or nothing. Like, I know you're my wife. And then he's like, destiny will bring us together. And he's like, never change, baby. And then he leaves, and I was just freaked out. And I was like, God, is this a thing? Is this how you work? And then thank God, I had people in my life to be like, no, Shree,
That's not real.
that is not okay. Yeah, but it freaked me out for a good week. So
Should I be married?
Yeah.
You're like, this is how it works.
Always looking over my
Right.
shoulder.
And you never saw him again?
No.
Yeah, that's destiny.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Oh, mine, a good friend of mine from church is back home who asked me to hang out one night. It was a pretty normal thing, but he's like, oh, let's go out somewhere special. And I was like, okay, not a date. He was like, no. I was like, okay. So I go out in jeans and a t-shirt, and he suggests that I change into a dress, and I was like, no, don't tell me what to wear. So we go, we drive, and I'm like, where are we going to? And he's acting a little nervous. We pull up to this beautiful 5-star restaurant. He's like, I got this reservation here. And this is the kind of place couples go to get engaged. So I'm like, hold on. I'm in jeans and a t-shirt, number one. Number two, a 5-star restaurant, it's super romantic. We're friends. What's happening? No, I'm not going in there. And so eventually, he's like, all right, fine. I was a little bit sad, but we ended up getting another restaurant. Meanwhile, the waiter's like, are you guys on a date? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no. It's so super awkward. And to make matters even worse, already it's which sucks because I saw that he planned out the night to kind of go like this, and I'm sure he had high expectations. And it would have been if I knew and I liked him or we discussed it, but I'm just kind of freaked out. So we're in the car driving home, and it starts raining, and I was like, oh, night's almost over. We can talk about this at the end of the night. And all of a sudden he starts pulling over, and I'm like, what's happening? And he's like, so I was thinking maybe we could dance in the rain. And I started laughing, and I was like, right, okay, that's exactly what we need right now. And he's like, well, I bought 2 pairs of rain boots and in the back, and I look, and there's a speaker and rain boots, and I was like, oh, you're serious. And it was unfortunate because I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So we drove home, poor kid's heartbroken, and it just kind of taught me how important communication is. Because, it's worked on another girl since then. He's happily married, but wasn't what I wanted. Let a girl know.
Yeah. Oh. I actually just thought of one, of a story.
Yeah.
So this person, he's a local, and so I just moved here. And he said that we were going to hang out with another friend of ours, and she's amazing. We love her. But I had just gotten to know him, and he's like, yeah, we should go to the rocks. The 3 of us should go and hang out. And so I show up, and it's just him. And he's like, hey, so this person couldn't make it, but she said that we should hang out next week. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool, no worries. So we start walking up, and it's this really nice, like, pizza place. Like, you have to make a reservation. And so the person that attended us, she was like, oh yeah, table for 2, right? And he's like, yeah, right. And I was like, oh. Oh. And so halfway through, we order our food and everything, and he's like, oh, do you like this? Like, what do you like? Just asking me a bunch of questions. And so I kind of like sneakily like text that friend that I was supposed to meet, and she's like, oh no, like I didn't know we were supposed to hang out today. So it was a setup. He set it up. Sly. I ended up asking him how old he is. Turns out he's 18, still in high school.
No.
Had no idea. And so I was like, right after lunch, I like really kindly, I thanked him so much. I was like, thank you so much for the lunch. It's a bummer that this person couldn't make it. So I ended up making sure that I deleted his number. I just didn't talk to him after that. And so, let a girl know if let her know.
I think that's like the concluding thought. Let a girl know. Thanks for sharing.
Of course.
Sorry, I'm still processing. But okay, the next question I wanted to ask was, what is the best advice or encouragement that you've ever gotten as a single woman?
Yeah, I can think of 2. And the first one my mom shared with me when I was younger, and she said, live out of a place of acceptance. So if you accept yourself that way, you'll be ready, and you won't depend on someone else to accept you.
Wow.
And the second thing is grace as well. So like live out of a place of grace. And there was another one, but I'll have to get back to you on that one because I'm still processing. There's so much good like things that have been spoken to me.
That's awesome. The best advice I've gotten as a single girl is actually from a movie. It's called He's Just Not That Into You. Highly recommend. There's a line in the movie basically this girl who's like really distraught and doesn't understand the game that guys play and how to know when a guy genuinely likes her. So she goes to the guy who's like the co-star, and he's like, listen, I'm gonna make it very simple for you. This is how you'll know if a guy's into you or not. Moral of the story, if a guy wants to see you, he will. If a guy wants to talk to you, he will. Basically, a guy will go after what he wants, and he doesn't have to leave you question, like, allow him to, because they enjoy the chase anyway. And when I heard that, it just blew my mind. It got confirmed later on by, like, people I respect. And just applying it to my life, like, it's taken so much stress out, and I've seen it in my friends' lives as well when I tell them that they're kind of like, oh, it's a whole mental shift of stop worrying and wondering and just let the guy, like, see what a bomb and babe you are and let him do his thing. So yeah, I've loved it. Thank you for that movie, Laura.
Good movies. It's such a real fun.
Yeah.
For me, it came from a girl named Heather Lindsay, and she was saying, you know, you don't want to just be married. You want to be happily married.
Yeah.
And she was basically saying, like, if you're lonely as a single woman, something that's worse than that is being lonely as a married woman. And pretty much she was saying, like, be content now, learn what you need to learn now, and because marriage isn't a quick fix, or it won't mask all the issues. If anything, it'll amplify them. So it's like, it just was a paradigm shift when I first heard it. I was like, that makes so much sense. So
that's awesome.
Do you remember?
I do. I just remembered as you were saying that. So another thing, and I learned this from my parents because they just have an incredible marriage, and they're just such an awesome example. So what my dad said, he said, you don't want to force something. So he's like, it has to happen naturally. And he's like, you want to build a friendship. So before you can even build a marriage, you have to build a friendship.
That's so
and
good.
so, I think that, that's just important.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
I love it. Thank you girls so much for sharing. We didn't even get to the questions. We might have to do that next time. Stay tuned for the next day. But thanks for sharing and just encouraging me and encouraging us on the journey of singleness. So, thanks for having me. Cool.